The Buffalo Bills, it was a simple matter of the Bills being one of those elite teams in the AFC that didn't get there this time. And then Joe Burrow gets Cincinnati there. He kind of complicates things as you look at Buffalo's future, doesn't it?
Does he? Does he complicate things?
Don't you think?
Has he had a dominant performance in the postseason yet? I mean, look, the guy's impressive.
But he's there.
Okay, he is there. Look, Jim Everett was there at one point. Boomer Esiason was there at one point. Right? Look, I'm not trying to take anything away from Joe Burrow's talent. Again, I'm enjoying the story of going from nowhere to national championship to Super Bowl in your second season. But you're going to look me in the face and tell me that you're legitimately scared. Well, I mean, when you have Josh Allen on your team, there is no other quarterback that should scare you. There isn't. No, I don't.
Not scared, but it's another one in the mix.
Okay.
That maybe we weren't thinking about a month ago.
Okay, but the Ravens were in the mix before the season started. The Ravens were a team that we were supposed to be scared of as Bills fans, that I was before the season started. They fell off. Look, things happen. There's talent on that Bengals team. I'm not worried about it with what the Bills are walking into with next season.
But the Bills' point, we often talk about Allen versus Mahomes, maybe Burrow in this now discussion. There's a new Jackson still around the AFC. It makes for an interesting discussion because Burrow did get further than Allen. No, it doesn't mean he's a better quarterback. It don't get you. But it does put him in the mix because of what he's done in his short career. Remember last year he only played half a season.
Sure. No, look, don't get me wrong. By the way, I do love the fact that all these quarterbacks are now emerging, right? It's the late 80s, early 90s.
And they're all the AFC.
But it's great. Look, I think it's great for football. It makes the games amazing. That being said, quarterback wins is not a viable stat for quarterbacks, right? Performance-wise, nobody impresses like Josh Allen does. And look, with the playoff games that the Bengals have won, I don't want to take anything away from them, but they should have lost both of those games. Both of those games should have been losses that they played in. I mean, I'm not worried about it.
It was simpler back in the day, and it's not way far away, but it was Brady versus Manning. And a lot of times it came down to those. It was those two guys, and whoever won that battle. And to your point, I think it was with all the proliferation of good quarterbacks now that are largely playing in the AFC, it's not a simple matter of Mahomes and Allen. Well, you've got Jackson, you've got Herbert, you've got Burrow.
And it's funny, and to go back to your point before about the older quarterbacks, I mean, you had Kelly, you had Marino, you had all of these different sort of quarterbacks that were always the sort of key matchup. To Duffy's point, that there is a defense, there is the running game, there is other elements to the game, but the quarterback is who we center on. Who do we talk about first, Stafford or Burrow? Those are the two names that come up before you mention anybody else. I mean, literally, Donald could be an NFL Hall of Famer before his career is done, and he's barely mentioned.
In the point you just tried to make to kill my point, you inadvertently proved my point.
Of course I did.
Because you bring up Brady and Manning, right? Brady and Manning. There's a guy who won 2 Super Bowls while Brady and Manning was hanging around. That's Ben Roethlisberger. You don't hold him up there in that account, do you? There's another guy who had one of the best off seasons in postseasons in NFL history in Joe Flacco. He won a quarterback, and he won a Super Bowl, and we asked if he was elite for years and years and years. There have been other quarterbacks that performed amazing and made it to Super Bowls, and we don't talk about them like we do Manning and Brady. Why is Burrow not going to be that guy?
You do mean Eli Manning, right?
Okay, there you go. I mean, that's another one, for example, right? Like, that guy's got 2 rings, so there you go. Like, you have historically, unbelievably successful quarterbacks that will be Hall of Famers. Then you did not even mention in the Brady versus Manning discussion.
In Flacco's defense, I mean, was anyone more convincing in terms of proving that he was not an elite quarterback?
No, he did a really good job of going backwards. Really good job.